Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do, and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. There are some things to pay attention to daily, simple things that when you do can really have a huge effect on your life and the way that you feel. If you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you'll know my passion is helping people to be a little bit more conscious of the way that we tick as humans, how society forms a lot of our opinions and ways of thinking, and how our childhood and experiences do the same. And the vast majority of the world is roaming around completely unaware of themselves, and you simply can't change anything when you're existing on autopilot. And when those same negative thoughts and beliefs are looping in your brain, right? If you're not conscious to that, it's just going to keep looping. And I believe that we are all capable of change, huge change, but it starts with awareness, consciousness. You know, this is one of the reasons that I love the Enneagram so much and why it's always the beginning of a client journey. And I do the sessions over on my Enneagram and Excel account because it shortcuts so much of the awareness piece, which is the bit that takes so much time and effort and energy. And it's so transformative because once you know, you know. You can't unlearn it. You know, once you're conscious to these patterns, you see them so much more. And add to that the huge self-compassion and self-understanding that comes with it, and the compassion for others. I mean, you're onto a bit of a winner. So we kind of walk around believing that everyone thinks the same way we do. Everyone gets annoyed with the same things we do. And at the same time, we also know it couldn't be further from the truth based on our experiences. There are a few things that you can start to really just pay attention to daily that will really, really help with the awareness piece. It will also help you consistently keep moving towards incremental growth and to be able to notice little incremental changes that you can make on a daily basis to keep moving you towards the life that you want to live, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's peace, ease, flexibility, happiness, calm. It might look different for you, but that's my inner compass, right? Knowing that means I can ask myself the right questions on a daily basis on if what I'm doing is moving me towards or away from that. So let's go through a few of these things that you can start to notice daily from now. Yeah. So notice what gives you energy. This might be something that you physically do. It could be certain people you're around. It might be certain things that you eat or drink. For me, some of the things that give me energy are really looking after myself through exercise. And I'm not a big gym bunny or anything. Keep it simple, stupid. But even when I don't do it, even when I don't want to do it, like I always feel better afterwards, even if it's just 20 minutes. Yeah, I feel sluggish when I haven't moved. Mr. Milo Doggo Pants gives me energy. Being outside gives me energy. Sunlight gives me energy. Earl Grey tea in the morning somehow gives me energy, which is totally psychosomatic because I drink decaf. So another one, being with my girlfriends gives me more energy. Great conversation, deep conversation gives me energy. Singing and dancing gives me energy. So how does noticing this help? Well, when you know what gives you energy and you also know you want to have more of it, you can consciously choose to do more of the things that give you energy. Yeah, that's just a few of mine. Tip of the iceberg. So have a little think, grab your journal. What are yours? What gives you energy? And the next one, notice what saps your energy. Same thing. This might be something you physically do. It could be certain people you're around. It might be certain things you eat or drink. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, junk food massively saps my energy. Doesn't mean I don't eat it. Comfort eating was something I learned at a very young age, and I get a lot of joy from my food in general. Like, it's a very social thing for me. I do a happy dance every time I get my food, but I am sensible about how much and when these days. I didn't used to be. I know when it could be problematic for me. As an example, I'd never eat junk food if I've got a client call because it totally saps my energy and I want to be on top form. In fact, any big meal in a day does that, so I save that for my dinner. Otherwise, I need a nap. That's just me, and I'm certainly not advising you do the same, but it's about noticing, hang on a minute, actually, after I eat a big meal, I really notice a drop in my energy, so I'm not going to do that before I have things where I need to have energy, right? Making sense? I'm super tuned into people's authenticity. This is a big one for me. So when I'm around someone who I feel isn't authentic, I politely make my excuses to leave. Like it really saps my energy. And the same applies to small talk. I'm not great with small talk. If it's not a genuine connection, I struggle. I actually wanted to start another podcast for in-depth interviews for people who feel the same. Like, this is one of the reasons I often struggle in the online industry. And if I don't feel like I can be super genuine or authentic, I don't really want to show up. I'm not labeling that as good, bad, right, or wrong. Just interesting to notice. See what I'm getting at? The more honest you are with yourself, and this is kind of the thing with awareness and noticing these things, is that honesty piece. So there are some obvious things too, like not enough sleep or a hangover, of course, but I'm talking about the slightly more subtle energy suckers. They're the things that you really want to notice. And when you understand these things about yourself, you can make changes or seek the solutions that get around these obstacles. But without the awareness, you aren't able to do that. Next thing I'd love for you to start noticing on a daily basis, and hopefully you already have your attitude or gratitude journal from Amazon. Notice what makes you feel grateful. Same. Like the whats and the whos that you might take for granted. When you intentionally seek gratitude, you wire your brain to find more of it. Start to notice what makes you feel grateful. Who makes you feel grateful? Next one, notice what makes you not feel good about yourself. This is a biggie and something that often remains unconscious and on autopilot until you see it and are able to challenge it. Things can feel so normal, in inverted commas, to us that it's not questioned. It's a feeling we're so used to that we forget we have a choice to question it and to be around it or not. And next one, notice what brings you joy. My favorite. I've been talking a lot recently about chasing joy, intentionally chasing joy. It's something we can so easily have without it having to cost anything, and yet it's so easily overlooked. Chase it intentionally. Seek the little things that bring you joy. Do more of them. When you notice them, you'll be amazed how much joy you can bring into your life, even when things feel super hard. Yeah. Next one, notice what's not working for you. Another one I talk about a lot. Obviously, you can figure out what's working for you too, but really, to make big changes, notice what's not working for you. Sometimes we can feel like this low level of dissatisfaction without actually being conscious of what specifically is causing it. And when you get to the root of it, you can do something about it. This is why I talk about it a lot. Check out the recent episode I did on sunk cost fallacy, if this one strikes a chord, because it's so important to actually be honest with yourself. Hang on a minute, this thing over here, this causing me this low level of dissatisfaction that I could very easily live with. Like, what is that thing, and could I change it? And stop having that low level dissatisfaction that I don't need to have. Yeah, I hope this is still making sense. And the next one, notice how you feel after doing certain things. Like, this is genuinely how I got into my exercise habit. Well, most of the habits I have now, to be fair. Exercise has never been my jam. This is how I got into it. It's very, very easy to focus on things feeling like a bit of a chore or like something you have to do or you should do. But noticing how you feel after doing it versus before is a game changer. I feel 10 times better in myself after exercise for the rest of the day, after meditation, after doing my heart math, after sitting in the hot tub at the gym. This is again how you move incrementally towards feeling more of how you want to feel. Because when you notice how you feel, you're doing it because you want to feel that and you know that you can. Like, I don't exercise to lose weight. I am losing weight because I'm exercising, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for how I feel. I'm doing it to look after myself. I'm doing it because of my knees, for so many reasons outside of beating myself up. Because whenever we're trying to form a new habit, if it comes from a place of we're not good enough, it's going to feel even harder and you're going to really beat yourself up if you skip a day. So just notice how you feel when you do these things and chase that and try and name the feeling. Yeah. So like I say, even though I piled on loads of weight over the pandemic and with my bad knees, like, it's simply a glorious side effect to lose weight, to something that I'm just doing now anyway. Shift that focus. Notice how it makes you feel. And the last one, like, notice where you feel resistant. Finally for today is this one. Like, where do you feel resistant? What specifically throughout your day are you resisting? Because there are a lot of clues in your resistance. So just start to notice it. Like, have your journal with you today or start a note in your phone. Just do something to start to really notice these, because it takes a little bit of time and you need to be intentional with it. But there we have it. This isn't an exhaustive, of course, but my goodness, if you start to notice some of these things throughout your day, the changes can be phenomenal. So enjoy noticing this week. And as always, if you do want a little help on the self-awareness front, you can book in an Enneagram Essentials call with me. An hour and a half of helping you understand your unconscious programming and how to go about creating changes. Glorious. You can find the link in the show notes on the @Enneagram and Excel Instagram, link in the bio, or just pop me a DM and I will send it to you. So enjoy your noticing, and I will see you next week. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful.